Well guys, we've been very fortunate to have various power stations to test here at the shop, and it's been quite a journey over the past year. And we've got a new one here from Bluetti. I've been very excited to get this in the shop here and excited to share it with you guys. Bluetti has been on the top of my list for quite a while, and it's going to be cool because we are able to try this out at the field tomorrow to find out, can this power station supply us power for the entire day? So as we unbox this, I will share with you some of the reasons why we have power stations like this. So we've got a great power system in Artemis, our airplane trailer. But days like tomorrow, this is a nice box. Very nice. So days like tomorrow, we're not bringing our trailer to the field. It's kind of end of the season, weather's getting cold. So I'm just taking one of my 2-meter sports jets, probably a foamy prop plane, and we're gonna have some fun at the field, but we need some power. So these portable power stations have been a game changer this year. Really excited to try this one out and share it with you guys. So let's unbox this thing from its second box. Awesome, so we got some different things in here, some instruction manuals. We'll take a look at all that stuff. This model is the Elite 100 V2 from Bluetti. I'm not gonna go into all of the specs and all that kind of stuff. I'll put a link down below in the video description and also the first comment in the video, the link to the website for Bluetti's products. And you can look up all the specs there if you're interested. But ultimately, what we're curious about is, can we go to the field, charge our batteries throughout the day, and have this thing, without being plugged into anything, no solar panels, no nothing, can this supply us our power throughout the day? Ultimately, that's the question we want to answer. So the product came delivered very quickly, and we'll take a look here. We've got our portable power station manual. There is an app for this as well too, so we'll take a look at that. And I'm assuming in here we've got our power cords. Yes. So we've got our solar panel plug. We've got our power cable. And I'm not sure what this little doodad is. Oh, the grounding screw. So that's what that stuff is. So we've got some cool things here. Other nice thing about this unit compared to some of the other ones we've tested this year is this power station can use up to 1,000-watt solar panel. So why is that unique? Well, some of the other models that we've tried this past year, they came with their own solar panel. When I tried to hook up a larger solar panel system, which wasn't that large, they didn't do so well. So this one, to be able to hook up 1,000 watts of solar is pretty game changing. Obviously you need to stay within the amps and volts and all that stuff, but it is nice to see that. So let's power this thing on and take a look at it. All right, so I haven't read the instructions yet, but first startup. There we go, nice bright screen on here. The fan I hear turns on, that's cool. DC power on, DC power off. So DC is gonna be this stuff right here. AC, this side, and AC off. AC on, AC off. Cool. So it got shipped with 32% power. Looks like we've got some eco mode here, which is going to be the charging mode. Output 0, 60 hertz. This is hours left in its current state. So with DC and AC off, we've got 58 hours of standby time. Very cool. Nice little unit. It weighs, I think, 24, 25 pounds. We've got a nice carrying handle as well too. All of the details are here on the back as far as your quick reference guides to plugins and all that stuff. And there's our AC input right there. We've got our circuit breaker, our grounding screw, and that is the unit. So some of the things we're going to be looking at tomorrow while we're at the flying field is we are going to charge this up tonight, have it ready for tomorrow, and we are going to charge 2 of our first flight batteries tomorrow, and we're going to be charging throughout the day on various batteries, and we'll see how this thing performs. Ultimately, I want to be able to go to the field, charge everything up, and only have to carry this with me. And it'd be nice if we don't have to power it up or anything. Now, we do have some alternative options for charging this. So obviously we have a small 200-watt solar panel, which can plug into the front here. So that's no problem, that's easy to do. We could also plug it into our separate plug we've got set up in our Ram truck. So that would also plug into this port here in the back seat. And we use that to power chargers sometimes as well. The downside though, of course, when you're at the field and that's turned on, you're sucking from the batteries that start the vehicle. So if you drain those too low, you may not be able to start your vehicle. That's where the power station comes into play. So we're not going to spend a bunch of time going over specs. If you want to see specs, if you want to see review videos, there's lots of great videos on YouTube on that specific topic only. This is for us about going to the field and making a day of it with the Bluetti unit. So we'll check in tomorrow on our way to the field while we're charging our first set of batteries. All right, guys, so just before we skip to tomorrow, just going through the manual here, and this actually has firmware in it, and we're upgrading the firmware right now, which is very unique. So I wasn't expecting that. As we went through the manual here, we've connected it to the app, we've downloaded the firmware update, and we're upgrading it right now. So that's cool. That's awesome. I like to see that. Keeps things up to date. Very neat. All right, guys, so we've left this plugged in overnight, and of course it's fully charged. It was charged last night, and I'll show you the charger that we're going to be charging our batteries with, and that is our iMars charger from Genz. So this is the charger we normally use to charge our batteries at this current time. So this is what we'll be running off the Bluetti power pack. So as far as our batteries go, I'll show you the two batteries we're going to be using today for the two planes that we're bringing. So the first one is a 3300 milliamp 4-cell battery. So that's going to be, we've got two of those guys. That's going to be for this PC6 right here, this little foamy that we'll be maidening today. So this is just uses the batteries to fly this aircraft. And the other ones we're going to be using are the 3-cell 5000s. So these are for our turbine aircraft. We generally fly that 2 flights and then recharge batteries. So it'll be a nice test for the Bluetti unit today. So we're going to get this thing loaded up in the truck, and we will be charging some of these batteries on the way to the field. So we'll check in once that's set up and charging away. All right, so we've got, while I was loading up, I had my charger running here, charging our 2 turbine battery packs for our plane. And we are at 91% now, which is awesome. These guys are almost done. So we will, probably before we leave, we're gonna pull these guys off and get our flight packs for the foamy that we're flying today charging as well too. Now, one of the cool things with the way this is set up is this battery charger is gonna beep when it's done. So it's gonna beep, beep, beep. It doesn't stop beeping until you unplug the batteries. Well, if I'm driving and I can't unplug the batteries because they're back here, all I have to do is open up the app and turn the AC off, and that's gonna disconnect the power from the charger. So super simple. All right, guys, a little update for you. So we charged our 2 batteries for the turbine, 2 batteries for the foamy, and we've got 79% left. So we're just gonna leave this on. We're not gonna do anything with it. And as we charge throughout the day, we'll update on where we're at. All right, guys, so we got a bunch of flights today. We flew every single battery pack. So these 2 packs in the foamy, we flew, we didn't recharge. These packs here for the turbine aircraft, we flew 2 flights per pack, so 2 and 2. After all of that charging and leaving this on for the day, we're down to 72%. Now what I'll do on the way home here is I'm going to charge these guys up, just because if it was a really nice day out here and we were flying a bunch more, it's, you know, end of the season, sun's going down early, but if we were out here flying a bunch more, then we would get more charges on these batteries. So I'm going to do that. We'll fire these guys up and charge them to full. So we really don't need to do a lot to these guys, but we'll charge them. They're at 4.06 volts. There we go. So we'll check in with this guy when these guys are finished up. All right, guys, well, we're back from a day of flying, and we are just discharging or storage charging our batteries that go in the aircraft. So we charge them in the vehicle, like I said when we left, and we're just pulling power out now. So from our day of flying, we ended up with 69% left in the battery, which is great. And right now, while we're storage charging, it's not drawing anything from the Bluetti unit. So very, very cool, very impressed. So as far as features go, the things I liked about the unit is it was very simple to operate. It worked very well with the Bluetooth app. So when I was in my vehicle, for example, driving home, and we put these batteries on charge, like we talked about, when it was done, I was very easily able to go into the app and turn off the AC power plug. Very simple. There was nothing weird going on, so the Bluetooth app works very well. Very impressed. I like the 4 outlets. I like the layout of it as well too. The screen worked really well, and I think overall the design of it is good. It really functions well with our setup. The other thing that really is a positive for me is the size. So this is much smaller than some of the previous units that I have tried out, and this one is missing a few features, but overall the size is great. I love the portability of it, being a little bit lighter, smaller overall, which is wonderful. Some of the things that I like about it that we didn't get to use or I chose not to use is the input. So where we had the sitting in the back of my vehicle, I've actually got a power plug coming from the vehicle with this yellow XT60 plug on it. So while I'm driving, I can actually plug this in to my vehicle, charge, and I have the ability to turn that plug on and off from my dash. So that's something I didn't use because I wanted to try this and not be putting any power back in. This, of course, is also where we would add the solar panel in case we are at the field and want to charge it with a solar panel. So overall, really checks all the boxes for us going to the field without the big trailer and the big power unit we have in the trailer. So, you know, on days like today where we're just popping some planes in the back of the vehicle and going to the field, this is awesome. Truly awesome. So love it. Definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Had no problem providing power all day. If it would have been a long summer day and we were out there flying more on the electric plane, more on different turbines and stuff, based on the only using 30% of the battery, I think we would have had no problems at all having this charge all of our batteries and everything else for the entire day. So definitely gets a thumbs up from me. I'll put some links down below to Bluetti's website and also in the video description as well. So check those out if you're interested. The Bluetti units, great. This one's one of their more affordable units, but overall the Bluetti name is outstanding, and I was very excited again when Bluetti reached out to me to check out one of these power units. So thank you, Bluetti, for that as well too. I appreciate it. And we may see some more stuff coming in the future, some different shop varieties of power backups as well too. So cool stuff coming up. Check it out, guys. I encourage you to do so. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.